Alright. I told you guys the next videos would be on the ruck and the patrol pack. Well, sorry. I'm going to have a couple more chit-chat videos. I got busy painting outside because I'm trying to take advantage of the weather before it's too cold to paint. Too cold and damp to paint. So I got strip stuff down, wood outside the house and the back on the porch, strip it down, repainting and stuff. So I got all that going on this weekend. Probably have some more going on this next weekend, but I will get those videos to you. But the reason why I'm talking to you now, and I made this video once already, but I got so riled up, I deleted it because I didn't want it taken down, or I didn't want somebody knocking on my door, right? Because I got so pig biting mad I couldn't. I'm still kind of riled up. I think you could probably tell that. I haven't had 40 cups of coffee this morning either. All it takes is the news. That's what it takes. That's all it takes. It takes the news, right? I made another pot because I'm going to need it. Alright, so let's get into this. I'm going to have some couple of chit-chat videos here. I'm going to talk about this crap that's going on. And then I'm going to talk about some things with some painting of some kit here and a couple of packs. Well, first thing this morning is got this picture. A buddy of mine over there in the UK shows these police officers over there. Bowing down to some sand people in quote unquote their area. Their area. Their area? Are you kidding me? These police officers bowing down to these sand people over here because of Sharia law. You guys need to get a handle on this stuff. You need to do the deed. Take care of business. This nonsense, you cannot allow this kind of crap to go on in your country. You got to do the deed. You got to get together and you got to just take care of business. Okay? I'm not going to go any further than that because I think that you already know what I'm talking about. If this were going on in my neighborhood somewhere, it wouldn't be going on for long, let me tell you. It would not be going on for long because things would be happening. Oh yeah. Alright. Second thing I got pretty hacked off about this morning, and this is Trump. Something he said here. I got the picture. It's from the NRA. First of all, I'm not an NRA member. Never have been, never will be. Because the NRA doesn't protect my rights. Okay? The NRA doesn't protect my rights, and it doesn't protect your rights either. Okay? Get out my toy here. So, there is this stuff going on in the nation. Now, I'm going to talk about that in a second, but I'm going to show you and talk to you about this Trump photo from the NRA. It says NRA in the bottom left there. I know these are kind of fuzzy. It says, Trump says, let there be no doubt. The survival of our Second Amendment is very much on the ballot. This little signature at the bottom, whatever. You know, I don't care about what he says. First of all, my rights come from God and nowhere else. not from government, not from a piece of paper, okay, not from a piece of paper. This was supposed to be to guarantee our rights. This was saying that the government would protect our rights as a people. They wouldn't be trying to abolish them and all that stuff. We have some serious problems in this country, and everybody is just still buying into the political left-right paradigm, and they're not opening their eyes and waking up, okay? You know what guarantees your Second Amendment and your other rights? This right here guarantees, okay? It guarantees your rights, okay? Just having one doesn't count. Just saying that you support the Second Amendment, the First Amendment, and so on, that doesn't count. You have to be willing to go to battle for it. Like they did in the First American Revolution. And they came for their guns, and they gave them to them. One round at a time. Right? So, do you know what that means? Yeah. So, you got to be willing to do the deed when it comes down to it. When it comes time to do the deed, and they start passing all this stuff in quote-unquote government, you got to be willing to do the deed. You got to be willing to step up, and you got to be willing to go to battle. You got to be willing to go to battle to protect your rights and your assets and everything. You got to be able to go to battle. And if you're a single person by yourself, you still got to be willing to go to battle. I'm willing to step up. I'm by myself. I'm willing to step up and do whatever is necessary. Probably die, but I am willing to die rather than live on my knees for some tyrannical government or system. That's exactly right. And you have to be willing to do the same. And many of you out there right now have a whole group of guys of like mind, and you may or may not be ready to do that deed. But let me tell you what, steel sharpens steel. Somebody in your group is going to have the iron, the steel. They're going to have it in them, the fire. Okay? The fire to do what is necessary when the time comes. Because when they decide that they're going to do something, they're going to be coming to your neighborhood. And you better be organized and ready to deal with it. I, for one, am not just going to comply with any tyranny. Not whatsoever. I got about 6 minutes left here. And I got about 6 hours worth of irritation to get out. But I don't have the time in the day for that. I got some other things that I want to show you guys as well. I've been working on some other little things. While I was painting on the back porch and sanding, I was painting some other things. I'll show you that too. But the reason why I'm so upset, the reason why I'm so irritated is because of the cowardice of the American people. The cowardice that I see online. Nothing but, in this, they're so afraid. They're so afraid. They say, "Oh, Donald Trump, please save us! Save our country! Nobody can save our country but Donald Trump! Oh my God, I really can't stand Harris, but it looks like she might win through cheating or whatever, but I'm not going to do anything about it if they cheat." This stuff sickens me. It sickens me. The fact of the matter is that nobody's going to save you but you. No, nobody's going to save you but you. Okay? Nobody. Nobody is going to save you but you. And that's the thing. You got to save yourself. That's what it comes down to. Nobody's going to step in and save you. You got to save yourself. If you don't have any kind of military training whatsoever, you need to get some. Part of all this Minuteman series has been giving you some of the basics. Basic, soldiering basics. Okay? Just some soldiering basics. Some stuff about the equipment. Some stuff about camouflage. And so forth. Just very basic rudimentary stuff. Not even any tactics or anything. Right? But a lot of you guys know tactics. And one thing I told you earlier in this series, that's in the Minuteman series, is that you got to understand that the enemy has your playbook. You got to be flexible with the way you do things. You can't just do things by the book, or you're going to get you're just going to get smoked. Okay? I'm being honest with you about that. You're going to get smoked if you just do everything by the playbook. You got to think outside the box in some of your tactics. That's what all that guerrilla warfare stuff is about. Okay? Booby traps and so on. But I am so upset every single day. Every single day. Trump is the only thing that's going to save this country. I mean, my God, people. Listen to yourselves. It's pathetic. Groveling over a man. A businessman, 80-year-old businessman, like he's some kind of, like he's, some kind of step-in for Jesus or something. No, don't behave like that. You know what? The guy, if he gets selected, he gets selected. If Harris gets selected, she gets selected. Because that's all the New World Order. Right? This is all the satanic puppet master stuff. Right? So somebody's going to get selected. But there's still going to be issues. Because Trump himself on his Agenda 47 on his own website, he's talking about things. Even the other day, he's talking about, doing things by decree, making things illegal and this and that. Look, you can't just do things like that. I mean, whatever happens has to be the will of the people, not the will of a dictator. Which is what we're seeing on both sides. There's no more Republican and Democrat. It's the Uni-Party, okay? It's them against us. That's the reality, okay? We have to get people woken up to the reality of this situation. This is not a cut and dried thing. They are working people through psychology. Okay, psychology. That's what they're using on people. And you know what? Satan is a master puppet master. That's why I call it puppet master. And Satan is a master. He is a puppet master. He's working these leaders, quote unquote leaders. They are not my leaders. And I got out of that mentality years ago. I finally woke up and I figured out what was going on. And just not partaking in it anymore. Guys, I'll come back in another one. We'll talk a bit more. See there.